In this episode of Animal Academy, it's like CSI for Kiwi as Jeremy attends a post-mortem.
Geoff treats Mandy, a cat with diabetes.
And we meet Maxi, Lorraine's newest family member. Hi, I'm Sarah Ulmer.
And I'm Jeremy Maguire.
Now, dogs need walking in all conditions, and we're out here in the rain with Chloe, who is a 2-year-old Basenji.
Now, Basenjis are from Africa, and they're an ancient breed. There's even hieroglyphs in Egypt showing these guys sitting at their master's feet.
They're also known as the African barkless dog, but as you can see, they're not entirely silent. They can often make some quite weird noises like a scream or even a yodel.
Well, in our first story, it's milking time, but there aren't any cows involved. It's a farm with a difference.
Come on, girls. No.
You may well wonder who F is talking to. They're definitely not sheep,
Come on, girls.
and they're certainly not cows.
Come on, girls.
Though a dog does help round them up for milking.
Well, it's just a chorus. They're agreeing with me, you see.
They're goats, a 200-plus herd belonging to F. Moorhead, goat farmer.
Back in the family photo album, there's a picture of me feeding a goat elderflowers when I was about 7, and I well remember Grandad being very unhelpful in not letting me take one home. And there the love association with goats finished until I was in the North Island maybe 20 years ago. And I saw some goats being farmed, and I just looked at these 200-odd goats and said, that would be a really, really nice lifestyle.
After 10 years in rural valuing and 17 years as a senior lecturer at Lincoln University, F pursued a lifestyle dream of establishing a goat farm in Taitapu, Christchurch.
I first got a pasteurising licence and started to supply supermarkets with pasteurised goat's milk.
Over time, F felt the demand for goat's milk was limited, so he decided it was time to diversify.
It just so happened that at the same time, my daughter Anna was in the UK, and she'd become quite interested in what happens with goats and goat's milk. And of course she found out that goat's cheese was something.
It was at the same time that Dad was back here starting up with goats, and he realised that there wasn't a big enough market for goat's milk alone, and he needed to diversify into cheese. So he asked me to go and check out goat farms in the UK, which I happily did. And then I went and took a cheese course out of interest.
Anna studied and worked with cheese in the UK for 4 years.
She then came back home and in her first year won a gold medal with the New Zealand Cheesemakers Association.
And that was followed by more medals each year, and it's just been this year in 2010 that we've won the champion cheese.
This father and daughter team are more than a winning combination. She's the cheese-making queen, and he's the milking king. Over time, F has learnt goats have special dietary needs.
Goats have got an inbuilt requirement for lots more minerals. If you let them run to a paddock that has willow trees in it, they won't stop at the grass. They are looking for minerals in the leaves which come from deeper-rooted plants, and an imbalance will impart a goatiness to the milk flavour. So we give minerals standard in our meal mix to overcome that problem.
F's 200 goats produce 3,000 litres of milk a week, which Anna makes into 250 kilograms of cheese.
Okay, the time says it's ready to cut, but I'm just going to do a couple of tests to make sure we're ready. So I'll touch with the back of my hand, comes away clean, so that's good. And we're going to test for a split, and the curd is nicely splitting. All goats products are very good for kids, or anyone for that matter, with allergies such as eczema, asthma, anyone with lactose intolerance.
She's worked on the International Cheese Awards, so she knows what a good and a bad cheese tastes and smells like. I can't compete with all that sort of history and experience.
I can't do what Dad does, and it's actually quite embarrassing. When I have friends coming, I want to go and show them the goats, and I want to do the goat call and make them come to the gate like he does. So off I bellow, I go, mee, like this. No, I obviously don't have the right language.
And like many busy workers, they've developed a shorthand for passing on information.
We've got her side of the factory and mine, and we get on very well.
Dear old Dad and I, we have our moments, but I think we have a really good relationship. He's always there for me if any of my equipment blows up. He's there in an instant. I think that's the beauty. You've always got blood with family.
Once you've been interested in goats, you could never not be interested in goats. Theoretically, this is now my retirement job, but I hope that I'll be doing this for at least another 15 years. And my only regret is that I didn't start it 15 years earlier as well. But I've never been able to win lotto.
Geoff is great at calling his goats. I don't know how he does it.
No. Well, next up, it's a big day for Lorraine. She gets to take home a new four-legged friend.
Lorraine is one of many devoted animal lovers in New Zealand.
I just love animals, all animals. In my life I have had cats, dogs, guinea pigs, rabbits, and mice actually, when I was a child. And oh yes, and I've had cockatiels.
Like many people, Lorraine has chosen to adopt a dog from the SPCA.
Yes, I lost my little one after nearly 15 years. So, and she was very special. I had decided to bring another dog into my life, and I thought I'd go through the SPCA to see whether they had a wee dog that suited me. They showed me a little one called Maxi. He's a wee Pomeranian, a little ball of fluff, and it was love at first sight.
Hey, wait a minute, sweetheart.
And I'm so excited about getting him home.
Today, SPCA Inspector Chris Hines is visiting Lorraine to find out how safe her property is for Maxi.
Just show me through, we'll have a look at the backyard.
It's SPCA policy to check a prospective adoptee's property to make sure it's safe and secure for a dog.
All we're looking for is the fencing. If it's a large breed dog, we're probably looking for about 6-foot fencing. If it's a smaller dog, the fencing can be a bit lower, but as long as they can't get out into the street. Maxi's going to be an inside dog, so kennel isn't too much of a problem. But normally we would check for a kennel as well, somewhere warm to sleep at night. There's no holes in the fence and everything looks fine. Okay, Lorraine, everything looks good. You can come pick Maxi up as soon as possible.
Oh, that's
Whenever
great
you can.
news. Best news out. Thank you.
Like all responsible pet owners, Lorraine is well prepared for Maxi's homecoming. Every year, New Zealand SPCA centres take in nearly 4,000 dogs, and staff work tirelessly to find them homes.
We're so pleased the property check worked out. Hello.
The SPCA do a lot of work for the animals. They don't get recognised enough for what they do. Their job must be very, very sad and hard, but it's lovely to have some, very caring people that are willing to look after animals and to help animals.
There you go, Lorraine. Here's your boy.
You're now mine.
Hi Lorraine, what an exciting day. You get to take Maxi home today. And now we'll just talk a little bit about his care. There's the feeding, the worming, the fleeing, his vaccination history, and also a little bit about training him. So thank you so much for coming to us to choose a dog.
Well, thank you very much, and thank you all for helping me to get my wee special man.
That's our pleasure.
Yeah, okay.
We're just absolutely wrapped when a little dog goes out of the door because it means that we've matched the right dog up with the right owner. So it's a lifetime thing.
I'm over the moon. I'm so excited to be taking wee Maxi home.
3 months on, and Maxi has had plenty of time to get used to his new home. And all the attention lavished on him by Lorraine.
Because you're a good boy, aren't you? Oh, he's settled in very well. We're getting on famously. He's my little man. He's the most placid, gorgeous animal you could find. Beautiful wee dog, as you can see. He's a good boy.
After the break, Mandy the cat's diabetes is giving her trouble. Our vet Geoff has some advice.